Have you ever questioned the true nature of the world around you? Is what we see and feel truly real, or could it be an illusion, a mere construct of our minds? What if I told you that two seemingly different fields, Buddhism and quantum physics, both offer profound insights into the very fabric of reality, and these insights might just surprise you? In today's video, we are going to dive into the deep, mysterious connection between the ancient wisdom of Buddhism and the cutting-edge discoveries of quantum physics. We will explore how the teachings of the Buddha from over 2,600 years ago are strikingly aligned with the modern science of quantum mechanics. Let's embark on a journey of discovery that will challenge everything you think you know about the universe. Buddha's vision of the universe. In the quiet mornings of ancient India, Buddha, also known as Siddhartha Gautama, sat under the Bodhi tree and attained a profound enlightenment. What he saw, what he realized has puzzled and inspired people for centuries. Buddha realized that the world, as we know it, is empty. That is, it is void of any permanent substance. The physical world we experience is, according to his teachings, an illusion, much like a mirage. When we look at the very building blocks of the universe, atoms and subatomic particles, they too don't possess the solid permanence we once believed. Instead, they behave in ways that are strange and elusive, just as Buddha described the world thousands of years ago. The quantum world, a strange mirror to Buddha's teachings. In quantum physics, when we look closely at particles, we discover that their behavior isn't as straightforward as we once thought. These particles can exist in multiple states simultaneously. A particle's position or momentum cannot be pinpointed until it is observed. This is the famous observer effect. This phenomenon is a lot like Buddha's idea that our perception of reality is not fixed, and it is influenced by our own consciousness. What we perceive as reality may not be as solid or permanent as we think. In quantum mechanics, there is a concept called superposition, where particles can be in several states at once. This concept is a fundamental principle that defies our traditional understanding of the physical world. The state of a particle only becomes real when it is measured or observed. In a way, this supports Buddha's idea that the world is not fixed. It is constantly changing and exists in a state of flux, dependent on our minds and perceptions. The parallels between quantum mechanics and Buddhist wisdom. Buddhist philosophy teaches that all things are interconnected and transient, and nothing has a permanent, independent existence. This is strikingly similar to the quantum concept of non-locality, where particles that are far apart can instantaneously influence one another, suggesting that everything in the universe is interconnected in ways we cannot fully comprehend. Buddha's teachings emphasize that all phenomena arise due to interdependence, what Buddhists call pratitya or dependent origination. This doctrine states that everything is interconnected and nothing exists by itself. In quantum physics, we see a similar pattern. Particles are not isolated. They are part of a complex web of relationships that transcend time and space. The idea that everything is connected and influenced by the observer is central to both Buddhism and quantum theory. The observer effect, how our consciousness shapes reality. In quantum physics, the observer effect suggests that the act of observing a particle actually changes its behavior. This concept challenges the traditional idea of a fixed reality. In Buddhism, this idea is reflected in the notion that our perception of the world is shaped by our mind and consciousness. The Buddha taught that we are trapped in a cycle of suffering because we cling to the idea of a permanent self and a permanent reality. In truth, both our sense of self and the world around us are constantly changing. This concept also links to the Buddhist practice of mindfulness and meditation. Through these practices, we learn to observe the workings of our mind and detach from our habitual responses to the world. Just as the act of observation in quantum mechanics shapes the outcome, our mindfulness and awareness shape our experience of the world. Buddha's teachings encourage us to see the impermanence and interconnectedness of all things, and in doing so, we can liberate ourselves from suffering. Quantum physics and the nature of illusion. Quantum physics challenges our very perception of reality. Just as Buddha spoke of the illusory nature of the world, scientists today are uncovering that reality itself is far more fluid and mysterious than we ever imagined. Everything from the smallest particle to the largest galaxy is governed by invisible forces, and much of what we experience is influenced by factors we cannot see or comprehend. Take, for example, the discovery that everything in the universe is made up of tiny vibrating strings, known as string theory. These strings are not physical objects but mathematical entities that create the fabric of reality. Similarly, Buddhism teaches that all things are impermanent and empty of inherent existence. The concept of emptiness in Buddhism can be understood in light of modern physics as the idea that the universe is not composed of solid, unchanging objects, but of energy and information that takes shape in different forms. Reincarnation and quantum mechanics, a new interpretation of karma. One of the most fascinating intersections between Buddhism and quantum physics lies in the concept of reincarnation and karma. According to Buddhist philosophy, karma is the law of cause and effect. Every action, thought, and word has consequences that shape our future lives. The idea of reincarnation suggests that the soul or consciousness is reborn after death, carrying with it the karmic residue of past actions. This parallels the Buddhist view of karma, which holds that nothing ever truly disappears, but continues to influence future events. Just as quantum information is never lost, the consequences of our actions, according to Buddhist teachings, live on and shape our future experiences. The interconnectedness of all things. In the quantum world, particles are not isolated, but are connected in ways that transcend time and space. This concept of non-locality, where particles can instantaneously affect each other no matter how far apart they are, reflects the Buddhist view of interconnectedness. In Buddhism, all things are part of a larger whole, and every action, no matter how small, has a ripple effect throughout the universe. The idea that everything is interdependent and connected is central to both Buddhist teachings and quantum physics. Meditation and quantum consciousness. There is growing interest in the relationship between quantum mechanics and consciousness. Some scientists suggest that the mind may operate on a quantum level, and that meditation and mindfulness practices might help us tap into deeper layers of reality. Buddhist meditation, particularly in its deepest states, has been associated with altered states of consciousness, which some researchers believe might be related to quantum processes in the brain. In the practice of meditation, individuals are taught to quiet the mind and observe their thoughts without attachment. This mirrors the quantum concept of observation, where consciousness plays a crucial role in shaping reality. As Buddhists delve deeper into their meditative practices, they may be tapping into a quantum field of awareness that transcends the physical world. The future of science and spirituality. As we explore these connections between Buddhism and quantum physics, we begin to see that science and spirituality are not separate, but maybe two sides of the same coin. While science seeks to explain the mechanics of the universe, spirituality offers us a deeper understanding of its meaning and purpose. Both Buddhism and quantum physics offer profound insights into the nature of reality, and together, they provide us with a more complete understanding of the universe and our place within it. As we continue to explore these intersections, we may discover that the answers to some of life's most profound questions lie at the confluence of ancient wisdom and modern science. By embracing both, we may be able to uncover a deeper truth about existence and begin to understand the universe in ways we never thought possible. Conclusion: the ultimate truth. Buddhist teachings and the discoveries of quantum physics have revealed that the universe is not what it appears to be. Both point to the fact that reality is fluid, interconnected, and shaped by our own consciousness. The world we experience is a reflection of our minds, and our perception of reality is not as solid and unchanging as we once believed. As we begin to understand the deeper nature of the universe, we can begin to free ourselves from the illusions that bind us and achieve a higher state of awareness, much like the Buddha did over 2,600 years ago. Thank you for watching today's video. If you found this fascinating, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with others.